Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to be going over our Mailbox weekly cleanouts. We have quite a lot of mails. You guys can see here, 510 total. So I'm gonna go over every single thing, at least the most, the more important things, or something that I deem fun to talk about. If you guys have any questions about any of these items in particular, or something that I say, make sure you drop it down in the comments below. And also, before we get into it, make sure you drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below of maybe some of your gold making strategies at the moment, or what you're excited for in the future. I'd love to talk some gold making, okay? But let's get into it. So we're looking at, and I'll keep track of it over here on the other monitor. We're looking at 3,873,000 gold. Definitely a very high number for the first 100, and there's a particular reason for that, but you'll see. We have vibrant Wildercloth bolts. You'll see a couple of these. I've actually noticed they're not the ones that are worth the most, but I can make about like 20 to 30% profit on these when they're crafted. So it's just the gold per hour is not great, but whenever I have time where I'm not at the PC, or if I need to go AFK or something, it's fine to sit there and craft these, because I can also turn them in to other pieces of crafted stuff. So it's just a little bonus. Expect like 20 to 30% profit on these, which is the usual amounts. Besides that, we have some Titan steel bars. These are about 100 gold profit from what we crafted them for. I'm pretty happy to see that. And then we have some more bags, Sure Weave expedition bags. These are about like 1400 to craft, baseline, and then you have the profession stats on top, which is the resourcefulness. So this is probably a couple hundred gold realistically in terms of how much profit there is on them. So that's just baseline. That's how you can think of it. Not the greatest in the world, but they sell really nicely, so I don't mind. And then we have some more war-torn scrap. I know you guys, if you watched the latest Mailbox cleanouts, we were flipping a lot of these. These in particular are much less on the profit margins. It's probably only like 5 to 10 gold. I bought up quite a lot of war-torn scrap because it was super cheap, and I needed to restock a whole bunch of items. And then I was flipping the rest that I wasn't using in particular, or didn't need for like a major stock, which is pretty nice. And then as well, Lamented Crusaders boots here, 237k. To put this into perspective, this week's opening turned out to be 26 total Lamented Crusaders items from 1,169 tries. We got one every 45-ish. Definitely a very good week on that. But just to say, every single one of the Lamented Crusader items that you guys see in this mailbox are technically 100% profit, but obviously we spent a lot of time farming these things. So the more realistic thing, if we're only counting the Lamented, then they're about like 150k to 200k an hour, and that is with me farming with 5 accounts. So if it was only with 1 account and you got really unlucky, then it's not the greatest in the world. But because of the way that I have it set up, and because of all the additional transmog that we get along the way, it is multiple hundreds of thousands of gold an hour to farm Nexramas still. And that's, besides all the crafted stuff that we also see along here. But that's one of the items. Definitely not a bad price to get. And then we see 2 more here, one for 270k, 237. Very good prices. Anything over 200k I'm super happy with. Even if it's slightly under, it's not that big of a deal. And you guys can see a lot more of the Sure Weave expedition bags. Again, couple of hundred gold in terms of profits. And then we have some more war-torn scrap. These are only about like 10 gold profit, so it's not that much profit, but still it's it's gold that you can think about, but just to have it in the back of your mind, just to see how much profit there actually is on the war-torn scrap. And then more bags, as you guys can see. We have a couple of more Lamented Crusaders pieces here, almost 300k there, 261, 270, 251, 166. That one right there, that helmet is very like on the lower side for sure. But it's a matter of how the server is put together. I don't like it's not really a big deal that we sell one item for 166 when we get a sale for 300k. That kind of balances the two out, so it's not a big deal. And then we have another 261 here on the Lamented Crusaders piece, and then we actually have a couple of illusions here. Now these illusions are Dragonflight illusions, so they're basically enchants for your weapons that are just purely cosmetic, and the ones that we have had an opportunity to get in Dragonflight is Primal Air, Primal Earth, Primal Frost, and Primal Fire, and Primal Mastery. Primal Mastery is not as popular as these, so that's pretty nice. When I crafted them, they're pretty much double the amount of gold in total profit. They cost like 2,000 to 2,500 gold to make, so pretty nice. Almost double our gold on every single one. We also have an Edict of the Redeemed Crusader. This one is about 15k to craft, so getting 37k for it, almost 38k is very nice. Then we have a Strength of Menethil. This one is I believe 18,000 gold to craft the last time I checked, so getting 23k, not the greatest, but still it's a couple of thousand gold in profit. Very happy to see that. The Face of Doom, 11,400. That's basically crafting cost. I haven't recrafted these recently just because it's been so low on my server in particular. But these do well on other servers, so that's still great. And then we have War-Torn Scrap here, just about 5,000. And again, these are about 10 gold profit. So if you're looking at something like this, then selling 5,000 times 10, it'd be like 50k, and obviously investing 600k to get 50k is not great. But again, the reason why I bought so many War-Torn Scrap is because I wanted to use it for crafting as well. And the good thing about crafting is eventually I would have gone for all these War-Torn Scrap anyway, and it would have made me quite a lot of gold because of the crafted items. So even if I wasn't to flip them like this for any profit, then I could have just sent them over to my alt and eventually used them anyway. So no matter what, it was a win-win situation. But still, I mean, I'll take the 50, maybe 60k. Yeah, 3.8, definitely a good 100. We'll move on to the next 100 and see what it has to offer. Anything, usually what I try to do throughout the week, if I see anything that's under 100 gold, or if we sell a lot of bags, for example, like Wilder Cloth bags or Simply Stitched Reagent bags, those are usually not worth very much. So unless they're like over 100 gold, I usually just loot them up to, empty out the mailbox a little bit, because otherwise we would have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of mails that are just filling up the mailbox for no reason at all, which is kind of like boring. So that's why it's not really there. But anyway, we're gonna wait for this to refresh. It looks to be 3.5 million, but there are 4 more. There it is, 3.5 million. Pretty nice. We'll jot that into a little calculator on the side. So what we have here is an Nerubian Persuader. This is a leatherworking craft. It's a crossbow from Naxxramas as well. 19k. I don't remember how much this one is to craft, but I remember that I did recraft it the other day. So it's probably a couple of thousand gold in profit, but I don't know the exact number, just so you guys know. Icebane, this is the plate frost resistant set. The prices on this definitely recovered. You can see here we have 10k and 6.6k and 10k. Very, very nice. These are only a couple of thousand gold to craft, so very nice profit. And then you see we have some more War-Torn Scrap here. Let's see what else. So more Vibrant Wilder Cloth bolts to sell. Definitely nice. Some of these are rank 2 as well that I was getting rid of. I think we have some of these as well from last week's brick turn-ins, so that might also be something that we have to look at. Then a Myra's Lullaby here for 9.5k. This only costs 500 or 600 gold to craft, so definitely very nice profit on that one. We're looking at more Icebane sales here, 5 of them in particular. We're getting 9.8, 5.6, 6.6, 4k, and 10k. Very good prices, only a couple of thousand gold to craft these, and you can actually see we have more, so a lot of sales on these within a reasonable time frame, so definitely very nice. And then we have a Crucible Curator's wingspan. This is actually a cloth BOE. I don't remember the exact eye level. I'm pretty sure it was 428. I don't remember the exact though, so just be on the lookout for that. I do remember that we bought it up for 75k, so selling it for 105, it's pretty nice. 30k profit. You know, can't really complain about that. And then we have more Lamented Crusaders pieces, 228k, 186, 228, 186, and 185. Some of these on the lower side, but still these are reasonable prices. I do not mind. And then we have more War-Torn flips as well. And then we have Lamented Crusaders leggings and Lamented Crusaders leggings and some Lamented Crusaders boots right there. 228, 228, and 261. Definitely some very good prices. I don't mind seeing them at all. And War-Torn scrap there. We have more bags. You can see we're kind of ranging in a lot of the same stuff, just selling a lot of it. And then even more, I told you guys, we had 26 total. I think I only had 3 left of them. So that's very nice to see. We've already been able to sell 23 of them. So 209k, 200k, 218, 190, and 200k. And then there's some more Icebane. Yeah, basically some more Icebane crafts. So that's pretty nice to see. And in between, there's a couple of farm transmog things that we get along the way with opening for Lamented Crusaders boots. We also have a Shades Blade here for 23.7k. This one in particular is like 10,000 gold to craft. So very nice, honestly. 3.5 mil for these 100 mils. We will continue onwards and upwards to the next 100. And we'll see what else there is in the lovely old mailbox. And figure out whether or not we have to send over any gold. We did have quite an empty I guess inventory, so there should be enough space unless we have sold for over a gold cap again, which is entirely possible, but I don't know if we actually reached it. Okay, here we go. We'll let that refresh just so we can get a real estimates of 100. Okay, another 300k, so definitely not as high as the other ones. Let me just type this in. Okay. Wait, did I mess up? Nah, we had 90k in here, so I didn't mess up. Thought I did for a second. Anyway, we have another 304k, so we'll add that on top. We're looking at 1 million bags, 1 million Assure Weave Expedition packs rather. And again, these were crafted for 1500 baseline, and that's not counting the resourcefulness procs. So very nice to see this, a bunch of 1700 crafts, and then we have some 1850s here. And yeah, that's as high as to go here. And then we have some more Titan Steel bars. Definitely very nice to see, a couple of 100 gold. I think it's about 100 actually, if my memory serves. So very nice to see. Other than that, it's only, you know, a couple of smaller crafted pieces and some farmed stuff. I don't think there's anything like super out of the ordinary. Doesn't seem like there is. So we'll just move on to the next 100 here. Not really any reason to keep stuck. We'll see what there might be in the rest of it. I know that we sold a ton of bags very recently, so it's something that I'm happy about. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It's very easy gold. Okay, we definitely have some more to offer. I don't know if we're gonna make it to 10 million gold again, but I guess time will tell. Okay, here we go. So we'll wait there. Oh, 1,055,000. Okay, I mean, you know, we'll take it. We'll take it. I am definitely not gonna say anything against it. So we're looking at 1,055,000 here. We have some more Titan Steel bar sales, as you can see, and then we have some Corium bars, 276. These in particular, I bought a lot of these to restock, and you know, again, sometimes what I do with certain material markets, if I'm buying up to restock on a lot of crafted things, I buy out the entire market if it's a decent price, and then we try to do some flipping. And that's exactly what I did here with the Corium bars. I was actually pretty happy to see what we could get out of it here. If we take the totals, so I can figure out what the average is. Is that right? And yep, 855 is what we sold it for. So about a 120 gold profit is what we got it for, because we also got some Corium ore, so I actually just went on my miner and turned these around. So 120-ish gold profit on these, which is very nice. I'll definitely take that. Felsteel Longblade Craft there, Sash of the Unredeemed. I think this is old raid BOE, which, you know, they're nice to see. More Assureweave Expedition packs, and then some low-valued Icebane. This is around the time, I believe, where the price kind of reset, where somebody took the market up, which is nice. I mean, I'll take it, don't get me wrong. And then we have a Shades Blade here again. We've talked about this one before. It's about 10,000 gold to make, so getting 23.7. I can't complain. I really cannot. And then the Face of Doom here, 14.2k. That one's barely pushing profit, but I'll definitely take it. And then we have a Time Worn Shadow Tooth shoulder pads. This one in particular, I know for a fact that I bought it for 3k. But this was months ago, so getting a sale on it for 57,000 is really nice. I mean, I can't, you know, that's great. Getting, you know, what, 54,000 in total profit from that is very nice to see. And then this War-Torn scrap is from a different profit, or not a different profit, a different investment from the more recent ones that you saw. I don't remember what the profit is on these in particular. So that's a little hard to tell, because I would have to go back in data. We're not doing that right now. But they sold for 158, and mostly I buy War-Torn scrap at like 120 or 130. So maybe it's like 30 gold profit ish, maybe, give or take. So that time will tell by the data. But either way, very nice to see. It seems like we're getting to some of the rank 2 bolts here as well, but still 1,040,000 after it updated. Still, we'll take it and move on to the next 100. It's definitely interesting to see that there is so much still. I actually I didn't know how much to expect this week, because we had used a lot of time on working on making the alt army bigger, and I hadn't used as much time as, you know, actually posting on the auction house. I even missed one day completely, so that is very nice to see. Oh, I'm stealing some sales today. That's fine. Guess we have some sales coming in currently. Oh yeah, we do. That's fine. That's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not going to skew our numbers too much. Okay, so here we have 2.15 million. Definitely a pretty high amount that actually will bring us up and over what the gold cap has to offer. So I guess we did sell for more than a gold cap yet again. And one of the things that is making that possible is Dracophis. Every week I can make Dracophis on 22 characters, which I try to do, especially if it's profits. The thing about the Dracophis, this week it turned out to be about 450k profit total. So 450k divided by 22 is 20.5k. So 20,500 gold total per character, and that's a week of waiting, right? So if we take the 20,000, if I can type here and divide it by 7, then it's about 3,000 gold per toon, per day, obviously. So that's pretty nice to see. It's something that I want to improve on. I actually want to add more toons onto it. Dracophis is not something that we can expect to survive forever. It's very, very strong currently still in 10.15, because a lot of people are still trying to gear up their toons to, you know, get Mythic Plus achievements, raid, and all this stuff. But whenever a new patch comes around, this might become obsolete. So this is not something that we can kind of expect to be good at all times, or be very valuable over time. But still, it's been good for many, many months now, and I don't mind still using it to this day. But in total of all the Dracophis here, if we're looking at it, if we type it in, 1.7 0.44. So 450k of this is pure profit. There is also the glow spores to take into account because that's resourcefulness procs. So, you know, probably like 1.8, 1.9, and then 450k of that is profit. The rest is what we invested. So just take that into your consideration when you look at it. But besides that, we have some Ashore Weave Expedition packs on the sales, and nothing too big besides that. Doesn't seem like it. A Strength of Menafil for 23.7. Not too much profit on that. Nothing too interesting. And yeah, oh, actually, an Edict of the Redeemed Crusader. This is about, I think, about 15k to craft. So getting 47k for it is very, very nice. I do not mind that at all, and I will take it. But anyway, we have another 15 mail. So we'll loot some of this and we'll see what the rest of the 15 mails are. I don't think there's anything like in particular that we can actually see. But we added 2.15 million on top. So whenever the mailbox refreshes, we'll know what the rest of it is. So we don't have to send gold over. There it is. All right, so we're looking at... Okay, it was tiny stuff. It was just probably like 30k. Nothing too big. So we're looking at almost 11 million. We're looking at 10,910,000 ish, give or take. I didn't type in the small numbers, but still 10,910,000 gold. That's no small feat. We actually sold for over our gold cap. Yet again, I honestly, we are putting in a lot of work, but getting these numbers every week, even if it's not all profit, obviously, but still getting these numbers every week is absolutely insane to see, especially considering it's a 0.5 patch that we're currently in. But either way, this was absolutely amazing. If you guys, again, if you have any questions to any of the things that you saw on the screen with our Mailbox Weekly Cleanout here, make sure you drop that down in the comments below. I do also want to add that I want to throw a thanks out to the patrons over on Patreon that support me greatly every single month. If you guys are interested, you can get access to my shopping list for Point Blank Sniper. You can get access to my TSM groups. There's also a very long document that goes into everything Alt Army related. So if that sounds at least, you know, remotely interesting to you, then that's something that you can go and check out. And also, if you want to throw a little extra support on the channel, then that is a good way to do it. But if you guys made it all the way into the video at this point, type, well, what should we think? What should we say? We're gonna say I'm looking. We're gonna say cake. I know we've had that one before, but if you watched all the way to this point in the video, type cake down in the comments below. But either way, I appreciate you guys for watching the video, and until the next one, see ya!